Alrighty guys, AK back at Central Texas Powersports again. Today we got the Honda F6B, which is essentially a trimmed down version of the Honda Goldwing. Pretty much all the same stuff, but just a little bit smaller and lighter. But you'll see here, it even still has the Goldwing badge on it right there. So, start this baby up. Yeah. Blast them tunes! Alrighty, so we got a radio and everything. Over here we got high beam, low beam, turn signals, horn. Got your mute button, your channel tune, and your volume tune, as well as down here you have your volume and your mode and blah blah blah. Audio, all this kind of stuff, AM, FM, auxiliary, return, channels, presets, all that kind of stuff. Up here we got your trips, your info. You can set it, it's 100 degrees outside. Yeah, you got your set up for your time and all that kind of stuff. Opening, ending ceremony, stuff like that. You have your dim feature, you don't need that, but over on the right side you got your starter, hazard lights, kill switch. Basically it, so let's get to this. Up on the dash there, you got your tachometer on the left hand side, your speedometer in the middle, you got your fuel gauge and your engine temperature on the right hand side. I just rode the Goldwing the other day. Whoa, getting some gnarly wind whistles on my helmet there. Huh. That's funny. Getting some interesting wind noise on my helmet there because it's just hitting the wind from the windscreen's hitting my helmet in a really weird way, so it's making it whistle. Hopefully you guys can't hear that in the video, or else that'll be really annoying. But I can't help that. But this feels very, very similar to the Goldwing. Obviously, I mean, it's essentially the same bike, just trimmed down. I personally like the look of this bike much better than the Goldwing. I feel like the Goldwing has too much stuff on it. But this bike, you know, it's not meant to be loud or anything like that. It's meant as like a touring bike, right? So, you know, you got your quieter exhaust on here. Oh, really? Alrighty. That was probably not the smartest move you could have done there, but the horn sounds nice though. The horn sounds nice. Sounds like a car horn. And the horn was like right where I expected it to be. It was like right there. So that's good. I didn't have to search for the horn or anything like that. Make sure nobody else pulls out on me this time. I have my high beams on too. I don't know how he he must have just misjudged my distance or something, but that was a really stupid move. That was a really the brakes are so good on this thing. Holy cow. You touch that rear brake and this thing stops, man. Like it stops. Audio quality is pretty good. Pretty clear. That's good. You got a pocket right here to put stuff in. I don't know if y'all can see that here. Y'all can see it now. But pocket right there to put stuff in. Very nice. It's lower to the ground than the Goldwing is, and you have less stuff on it, so it's a lot more manageable at stoplights. Turn the volume back down now. But it's a lot more manageable at stoplights, which is a really good feature. This bike has 758 miles on it. That's it. Alright, get this thing up to highway speeds here, which it should be more than fine. You don't have a yield sign, bro. Just go. Just do it! Just do it! Make your dreams come true! But yeah, the Honda Goldwing has no problem on the highway. Therefore, this should not either. And it does not have a problem on the highway at all. Alright, so we're in overdrive right now, trying to duck down so like my helmet doesn't whistle for the video. but that's just my helmet with the vents that it has in it. You almost feel like when you're riding it, with the exception of the little bit of wind that's hitting your helmet, you almost feel like you're sitting still. Like it doesn't even feel like it's moving, which is a really weird feeling, but I really like that. Because I feel like it'd be a very, very comfortable bike to tour on with that feature. You know, it really doesn't feel like it's moving at all. You feel like you're just sitting on it on the showroom floor. Very, very comfortable. I actually think this is more comfortable than the Goldwing that I sat on, or that I rode. This is more comfortable than that Goldwing. I don't know what it is about it that makes it more comfortable, but it is. The only thing about it is it's quiet, so you can't expect people to hear you when you're right next to them, because it's a quiet bike. It feels very, very good. It feels very light. It doesn't feel like it has weight to it either. It just feels very light to it, you know, light on its tires. That engine braking though, engine braking is very strong. And I can't get over, let me try these again. Oh, I can't get over the brakes on this thing. The brakes on this thing are phenomenal. And it's weird, especially the rear brake. The rear brake is fantastic. The front brake feels like a normal front brake, but the rear brake is very strong. Not like it's gonna lock up the tire or anything, but it feels like it just has a lot of stopping power. I don't think I've ever felt a bike with a rear brake this good. This rear brake literally feels like it's probably 55 or 60% of the actual braking. Now, it's probably not, but it definitely feels like it. It's crazy. Very smooth shifting, and when you shift the gears, it just clicks into gear. Like, it doesn't go into overdrive again. It doesn't, like, feel like you're gonna hit it into gear and then it's gonna fall back into neutral or fall back into another gear. Like, once this thing clicks into gear, it clicks into gear. So it's a very firm shift, but it's very easy to shift and very smooth. Feels very good. This thing almost feels like if the Honda NM4 Bat Cycle looking thing, if that Bat Cycle looking NM4 had a baby with the Honda Goldwing, this would be that bike. Because this has like the Goldwing features and the Goldwing power and stuff like that, but it feels more like the NM4, where it's smaller and it has a slightly cleaner look to it than the Goldwing does. And it's not as bulky as the Goldwing, and it, you know, the feeling that you get riding this thing kind of feels like you're riding a bigger Honda NM4. But then you get the power, and you hit the power, and then you're like, oh, okay, this is a Goldwing still. I'll just give you a little quiet listen to how this bike would sound if you were on this bike, just touring across the country or whatever. But every time I twist the throttle, I'm surprised by the actual amount of power that it still gives me. And it's by no means like unreasonable amounts of power. It's just a lot more than you expect every time you twist the throttle. The only thing that this bike doesn't do, the other bikes do, is the radio doesn't adjust its own volume while you're riding. So like whenever you're at a stoplight and whenever you're going 60, the radio is at the same volume. Whereas on other bikes like the Victory Cross Country Tour, that bike, whenever you're going, it like, you know, brings the radio up so that you can hear it at whatever speed you're going to. Like it compensates the radio volume for the speed that you're going. It's a lot easier to get your feet down on this bike than it is on a Goldwing too. Oh, it's beautiful. it just dives in. Okay, so I can now confirm that this bike handles very well in the corners, because it just, oh, it just lays over into the corner. It just lays over, like, it just, I mean, seriously guys, it just goes back and forth, like, it falls, almost. It takes no effort at all. You know, with the Honda Goldwing, if I remember correctly, the Honda Goldwing took more effort to turn back and forth like that. And then when I rode the Victory Cross Country Tour, I was commenting on how easily I could just, like, you know, tilt it back and forth like that, and how that was like a lot nicer than the Goldwing. But this bike, just like the Victory Cross Country Tour, turns back and forth like nothing. Like, it doesn't take any kind of effort to turn back and forth on this thing. It looks like right here you got a helmet lock right there that you can put your helmet on. Storage right here. You got the back of the bike, which looks pretty cool. So you can see what it looks like from the back. It doesn't have the big back of the Goldwing on it. It just looks really streamlined. Looks really cool. We got storage over here, antenna right here. Got handles for your passenger. Big seat for your passenger. Big seat for you. Tank protection for your nuts. I already said storage right there. Got a bar right there to prevent some damage there. Same thing right here around the engine. You got these mirrors up top. You got your display, digital stuff. Up front, looks just like the Goldwing, but slightly more compact. Doesn't look quite as big, and the windshield is smaller and stuff like that. So, looks like a mini Goldwing mixed with the NM4 is what I was trying to say. And so yeah, that's pretty much a walk around of it. There's not much else to talk about. There's a little bit of storage right here too. You just click the little button, open it up. But that's about it. Turn it on. And start it. Starts right up. This is a 2013 model, by the way. 2013 with 772 miles on it. Very easy to pick up. It does not, though, have a reverse gear like the Honda Goldwing does. So that's one thing that it's missing that the Honda Goldwing has, is it doesn't have a reverse gear like the Goldwing. Which would come in handy because I'm going backwards up a hill right now, so. Alrighty. Now let's go through this turn. Let's go through this turn. Oh, it's so simple. It's so easy. Now there's a bunch of gravel, so let's be careful. So I'm actually going to end this just really quickly here, because I've said pretty much all I can say about this bike. It's very nimble feeling as well, so it feels like it'll handle the turns very well. But I know my battery is going to die here soon, so I'm just going to end this up here and then head back, because my battery is going to die here soon and we're going to sit in this for a long time, so I'm not going to get to do any else in my review here. So I'll talk to you guys later, but come up to Central Texas Powersports and check this thing out. If you're interested in a bike, like a cruiser touring bike kind of deal, but you don't want something as big as a Goldwing, this, and there's actually another bike as well that's even more of like a more naked bike version of even this, that we have brand new, and we have one of these brand new, we have a Goldwing brand new, and stuff like that. You know, come in and just take a look at, see what you like. I really like this bike. I like it a lot more than the Goldwing, and I really liked the Goldwing too. So it's like, it's really weird, but you know, if you're looking for a touring bike, this would be a fantastic bike, I feel like. You know, and it's just, oh, I like this bike a lot. Very comfortable, and very, it feels just to be like very touring friendly. It really does. So, but I'm going to end this here, and I'm going to sit in this horrible traffic all the way back to Central Texas Powersports, and I'm not going to make you sit through any of that. Alrighty guys, peace out.